Have you ever spent hours designing something, got it printed, and then boom, it looks like someone punched it in the face with a sad beige filter? Yeah, that's probably because you used RGB when you should have used CYMK. Today we are talking about the mysterious, slightly confusing world of color modes, specifically CYMK and RGB. We will be covering things like why they matter and when to use them, and how to not get roasted by your printer. And yes, the files might be lying to you. Okay, so first let's start with what they even are. RGB stands for red, green, and blue. These are the colors of light used on a digital screen, computers, TVs, and phones. These are the three colors that make up the light that you see when you're doom scrolling TikTok. And CYMK stands for cyan, magenta, yellow, and key, which is just a fancy way to say black. And these are what printers use, layering color to build ink on paper. So how you could remember this is RGB equals backlit light, and CYMK equals ink on paper. One glows at you and one soaks in the surface. Totally, completely different beasts from each other. And fun fact, RGB is an additive, and this means the more light you add, the closer you get to white. And CYMK, it is subtractive, so the more ink you add, the closer you get to black. I know, mind blown, right? Okay, so let's paint the picture. You design a beautiful poster in RGB. Hot pinks, vibrant teals, all the spicy colors. It looks amazing on screen, but when it prints, that vibrancy drops like your motivation on a Monday. And that is because CYMK literally can't replicate RGB. They are out of gamut, meaning that they don't exist in the CYMK world. That pink tone that you loved, gone. The electric blue, dead. CYMK was like, the best I could do is maybe a muted purple. Okay, so when should you use RGB? RGB is for anything that lives in pixels. We're talking web banners, social media posts, YouTube thumbnails, app and UI design, digital art, unless it's getting printed later, but we'll get to that in a bit. So basically, if you're looking at it on a screen and not holding it in your hand, use RGB. Okay, and when is it non-negotiable to use CYMK? You use CYMK for anything in the real world. This includes things like business cards, flyers, packaging, magazines, that fancy menu that you designed for a bar with fairy lights. You know the one. Printers don't care about your screen's vibrancy. Instead, they care that your file has been optimized for CYMK. Otherwise, you risk low contrast. You will get things like inaccurate colors and that sad beige filter. Okay, so next I'm going to talk about my workflow. Whenever I'm designing something, I will start in RGB, and this is that way I have flexibility, especially doing things like concepting or mood boards. RGB gives you access to all the colors on your screen. Plus, some clients want a digital file at first, only later to then want it printed. So that is why it is best to start here. Then convert it to CYMK if it's going to be printed. And kind of do it early-ish in the process, so you could then go in and then adjust the colors manually. Don't wait till the very end or else you'll cry. And one expert tip is to use Pantone swatches. And this is if your client's brand color is super specific. That way your raspberry red doesn't just look like a brick. Trust me, nothing will age you faster than chasing print color accuracy. Okay, so real quickly, I'm going to pop into my computer so I could show you how to convert your files. Okay, so if you're in a program like Illustrator, you go up to File, Document Color Mode, and then CYMK Color. And if you're in software like Photoshop, then you go to Image, Mode, and CYMK Color. And see, it's that simple. It's important to note that colors will shift when you convert your document. Don't freak out, that's normal. Adjust your layers after converting. It is better to do this than to not know what you're going to get when you send it to print. And if this is all new knowledge to you, don't worry, we've all been there. Like right now, I'm going to tell you a story about the first time I sent my RGB file to print. I was so confident, so excited about what I had designed. It looked amazing on my MacBook. And then the poster came back and I was like, who turned the saturation down to -50? The moral of this story is to always proof in CYMK. Or better yet, request a test print if it's a big print run, because that's something that all professional print companies can provide you with. Okay, and some bonus tips for you. Use soft proofing in Photoshop to preview what CYMK will look like on your screen. Save 2 versions of your file, RGB for digital and CYMK for print. Use design software that easily lets you toggle modes. Adobe is the best for this. And also, don't be afraid to communicate with your printer if you're unsure about something. They will often be more than willing to send you the specs. So yeah, CYMK and RGB are not interchangeable. One lives in pixels, one lives on paper, completely different worlds. And knowing which one to use in any given situation will save you time and a lot of headaches. You don't want reprints or any awkward client emails. If this video saved your future print project, smash that like button. And shout out to the subscriber who requested this video. Feel free to comment down below if there's another design rabbit hole that you want me to dive into. I am more than willing to do it, so you don't have to. Okay guys, that's all I have for you for now. Bye bye.